Hello everyone. Welcome on into Planet Zoo. I'm VelvettB. Thanks for joining me today for yet another adventure in the career scenarios that we are working our way through in this particular Let's Play. We are currently 60 out of 72, so we've got another 12 points to get, which is basically another 4 zoos, right? 3 stars per zoo, 4 zoos. I think I can do the maths. And we have done a whole lot of zoos. We are well through it, but at the moment we are going to be looking at the Barnyard DLC Zoo, which is Coats Not Goats Summers Sanctuary. Summers Sanctuary. This small barnyard zoo was purchased on a whim by Mr. Summers after he misheard his daughter Tiffany asking for new coats for her skiing trip. Goats weren't what she was expecting, but this isn't the time to chicken out. Tiffany now has big ambitions for the zoo, but she's already booked her flights, so it'll be up to you to take the bull by the horns and make it a legendary location. Yes, we're going to be dealing with some barnyard animals today. It's pretty exciting. Let's go and change that to hard because we've been going hard all the way through this. We're going for 3 stars, bronze, silver, and gold, so let's check out the brand new zoo. Summer Sanctuary. Hello! Well, this is rather embarrassing. Daddy accidentally bought me another zoo. He must be losing his hearing because I asked him for some new alpine coats for my skiing trip, and the next thing I know, he's given me this random barnyard. So, goats it is, I guess. But trust me, I have never been one to shy away from running a zoo, and I've heard that these kind of farmyard places are totes the pig's pajamas right now. I saw this old guy on TV running a farm, and he really is having a field day with all the attention he's getting. But like I said, I have a skiing trip to Aspen that I simply cannot miss. Could you take care of the animals while I'm away and clean the place up a little too while you're here? We don't want it to actually look like a pigsty. Okay? Okay. Tiffany. Thanks, Tiff. Love that you've left me with all the work. Much appreciated. But hey, wasn't that cool, like, coming in? And I instantly, like, looked at these cool pencils and I was just like, that's such a cute little area. And look at the little, the little tables with the hay bale seats and everything. Absolutely adorable. Look at this little curved walkway in as well. That's a bit fancy. So I am curious about how all this works with the animals and stuff. I guess we're going to learn about that. But there's some interesting enclosures and stuff going on here that I am fascinated about. It's not your classic enclosure like this one here. There's a little bit more to it. But I do see like some different areas where we can perhaps add some enclosures and stuff. So we'll see what we get. It looks really cool though. Let's see what we have to do in this scenario. So for the bronze, we need to have at least 7 different habitat species in the zoo, increase the overall welfare to 85%. So we've got 6 out of 7 at the moment. So we're going to have a look at what we've got as far as species go, because I've got no idea. I mean, I can see some sheep, and I think I saw some donkeys. Beyond that, I assume there's goats as well. Anywho, we'll see. Reach 95% cleanliness for all lakes. Okay, so that's interesting. So that means we're going to have to go through and make sure that we've got all our water regulators all around the place. I'm assuming that that means we cannot... Oh, we can remove water. Well, that's an alternative. Brilliant. Just remove all the water and we'll get that. Hire 3 caretakers and have at least 80% average staff happiness. Currently at 78%. Okay, that's easy peasy. Have at least 800 guests in the zoo. More attractive animals attract more guests. And have at least 70% average guest happiness. Currently at 75. So we've already got that ticked off. Earn a yearly profit of 10,000. Okay, we'll just have to see how it goes. Now we are starting with only 20,000. I might have to do a little run around and see what we can delete. Cross my fingers we can make some more money back. And then have at least 3 animal talks in a year. So we're going to need to add in 3 animal talking points, which is fine. That's easy to do. Just need some educators. Oh, look, there's some chickens. Oh, look at that. Chickens. Chickens and sheep. So it's just so interesting seeing like the more common sort of domesticated animals here, or semi-domesticated. I don't know. Do they count as domesticated? Maybe. Silver. Have at least 10 different habitat species in the zoo, right? So have at least 1,200 guests in the zoo, okay. Increase guest average thirst to 60% and increase education rating to 3.0 stars. Then for gold, have at least 15 different habitat species in the zoo. Ooh, I'm really intrigued about what animals we have available for this. And if we have 15 different kinds with the new DLC, I mean, that's pretty wicked. Have at least 1,700 guests in the zoo. Increase guest average hunger to 60%. So we're going to have to make sure that we keep up um, our drinks and our food stalls. Increase education rating to 3.5 stars. Build a small steam train transport ride. Oh. I'm wondering whether or not we do that early and see if we can. I have so much trouble making money from rides that I don't know whether it's worth building one and seeing if we can make money from it or what. I don't know. All right, we'll see how we go. Receive a zoo inspection report with an overall star rating of 4.0. Okay, well, I don't see too much that's problematic there, to be honest. That looks pretty good. So I'm going to have a look around our zoo and just see what I can delete. We'll have a look. We look at what animals we have after I've done that and get started because we've got a little bit of space, but it's not like, huge here. So I'm really curious about what animals we have available to add to the zoo and how this all kind of works. Well, I've cleaned out some of the trees. I've done like a little section of trees over on that side. It's the furthest away from the entrance. So the entrance is over here. So we've got the entrance coming here. So the people are going to be pouring in this way. So I like to do my little stash of trees over as far as away from the entrance usually as possible if I can't hide it elsewhere. There wasn't much to delete. I'm going to be honest with you. It costs money to delete trees, so obviously I'm not going to delete those. A lot of the buildings are fixed, so there really wasn't much I could delete. I feel like, yeah, I got rid of some of the... What did we get rid of this corn? Does that cost? 8.6? 7.6, yeah, that costs. Yeah, there wasn't much in the way of rocks or anything like that, so... We're sitting on 21,500, so I made about an extra 1,000 out of that. So not really particularly worth it, but anyway, it is what it is. So let's have a look at the animals that we already have in the zoo. What have we got here? So in habitat number 3, we have the alpine goat. We've got the American, let's have a look at the alpine goat. Okay, so this is the alpine goat right here. Hello there. Oh, he looks very happy. One happy goat. All right, so we have the alpine goat. Then we have the American standard donkey. Let's go see Jane the donkey. There's Jane the donkey. Hey, Jane. How you doing? Yeah. All right, so we've got Jane the standard donkey. And then we have Highland cattle. Very Scottish. Oh, so they're in the same enclosure. Okay. They're the ones with the fuzzy fringes. Or the long fringes. And we have the Hill Radnor sheep. Okay. Bear. Now, I live in New Zealand. I am very familiar with sheep. Then we have the Sussex chicken. Woo! So that's the chickens that we did see roaming around. And what else have we got? And we've got the Tamworth pig. And they're all on the enclosure as well. So I assume this is like one of those, walk-in kind of enclosures where people can walk in, walk out. Yes, yeah, there it is. There's the gate. I was just like wondering where the gates were, but there's the gate there. And there's a gate there as well. And a gate there. And a gate there. That looks like a vehicle gate. It's not though. Oh, maybe it's a... I don't know. Anyway, that's quite cool. I like how we've got that sort of vibe going on. As far as, all sort of mixed up and people can kind of wander around with the animals. What if we get rid of all of the water? We remove all the water. Although, because the reason I want to do that is it's going to cost... How much is it going to cost? So utility-wise, water treatment, 2,000. And we're going to have to dot them around everywhere to contain the water. Although I kind of quite like that pond in the middle there. I think that's quite sweet. So the other option is we can sneak in... What's this area? Oh, it's like a little education area. Cool. We can put our talking point there. We are going to have to sneak in this somewhere. And where, I don't know the answer to that. Maybe here? If we do want to keep it. I'm two feelings of this. Like, I like it aesthetically, but is it necessary? I feel like it's not. I don't know. I think for the sake of the challenge, let's put it in there and just assume that we're going to need it. Power-wise, yeah, so we haven't got power over this side of the zoo as well. Now that I look at that. Let's just maybe try and move it over so we can slip some power in beside there as well. Go in beside. Darn it. I don't think I'm going to be able to slip one in beside. Slip one in beside. That's what she said. No. I mean, the challenge doesn't say anything about renewable energy for this one. What if we did a staff area? Delete that for a minute. And have a little staff area through here. So we can protect that with barrier running along. Does this count as a barrier? Gee, sorry. Just having a thought. What is this stuff? Oh, that's the road. Okay. Ah, brain. We're not working today. Okay, so that creates a staff area. Now, I know there is a staff area here. So in the staff area, we have Research Centre, Animal Trade Centre, Staff Room, and Keeper Hut. So we've got that kind of situated there. As far as I know, I think that's it. Which does mean we're going to need also quarantine and vet. Oh man, it gets expensive. Yeah. That does make me think maybe we should avoid the whole water thing. So we probably need to keep another keeper hut and another staff room over in this area. We need a quarantine and vet surgery and a workshop. So that's going to cost us 1,000, 5,000, 9,000, 10,000, 12,000 for all that. Plus water treatment. That's 14,000 out of our 21,000. That's making me go ouchies. It really is. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the water treatment. We'll see how we go. Water treatment, and we'll do our power. So that's some of our money. I'm going to leave the rest for now and just see what we need as we go along. That's just, I'm not going to bite off and just assume things. I'm just going to let it go and see what happens. And then if we need to delete the water and delete that, then we can later, right? So we're going to remove all the other puddles of water around the place because we don't need those. They aren't relating to anything. Hopefully I don't miss any. Yeah, they're not 100% necessary. So I mean, not that this one is 100% necessary, but it is pretty. It is part of the enclosure, and it looks cool. And I just feel like, for guest purposes and stuff, that it does help. So let's push play, and then I want to have a look. In oh, you know what we need to have a look at? We need to have a look at work zones. There are none. Right. Boom. Okay, now we've got everything in there. So, we've got everything in there, so we're going to assign our mechanic to everything. And our vet's going to go into everything. Keepers, let's come back to that. Educators and everything, and security guard and everything, and caretakers and everything. So we do need to hire two new caretakers, so let's quickly do that. 1 and 2. So that should get us a tick there, and we just need to get at least 80% average staff happiness. So we can do that. That's fine. Let's get them in the everything work zone, and that should keep them happy. Should keep everything running. The other thing is I need to assign some work zones. This is why I'm really feeling that I need another keeper hut, but this is Habitat 3 is goats. Habitat 2 is mixed with lake. That's the way I'm going to remember it. And then this is going to be donkeys and things. Is that not built as a... Oh yeah, there we go. Donkeys, etc. 1, 2, 3. Where's the other enclosure? That's the question I don't know the answer to. Right, use work zone. So we're going to have this one and this one. It's a keeper hut. Staff room. Right. So this is going to be right animals. And then we'll have left animals because that's going to be, we're going to grow out towards this side as the direction I'm planning on adding more. So that's the kind of the direction I want to go. And this is going to be left animals. There we go. So that's the work zone set up. So that we need to have left animals. And I think I'm going to need another couple of keepers at least. So 2 over to the right side because that's quite a lot of animals in there. So I feel like that's going to be fitting. So right animals and right animals there. The reason why I'm probably okay at this stage with the keeper hut / staff room situation is that they are large. So that does make it a little easier. Yeah, I know I need a workshop. We're going to come back to that. I do want to now have a look at what animals we can get added to a habitat. Because if there's small ones that we can kind of add into different areas, like combine with what we've already got, I think that'll be quite cool. 95% cleanliness for all lakes. So this should be getting clean. I mean, that's 100% clean. What's dirty? Is there water I can't see that's dirty? Did I miss some water somewhere? Because I deleted all this water here. I thought. So we've got like little enclosure type things over this direction. I don't think there's any water under these trees. There's some of them floating. I can't see any water under there. I deleted the water there. Unless there's like water hidden somewhere. Is there a map for this? Oh yeah, there is water. Oops. So I know there's water treatment there. Okay. I can see a little water here. We're going to remove you, my little friend. Remove. And boom, done. Yay! I think that was a smart way to go about it. Like, we kept our aesthetics without, without ruining our little space. So I think that's a good compromise. I feel like having some animal talks might be a good way to go about life. So let's maybe get those set up and have some educators. Like, we only really need one educator jumping between the 3 points. If we spread out the talking points well enough, I think. It's an animal talk point. So we'll have one there. And then we can have one here. And maybe one over here. Sounds good. So let's hire one educator. If we can get away with that, I mean, that's good. I want to add in like my conservation boards and education boards and stuff, but we'll get to that. So, senior rating, educational content, alpine goat, and we'll do that in January. And then this one, we're not really exceeding. Next one is going to be, let's do the hill rat and the sheep, and we'll do that in April. Okay, and then the other one is our donkeys. So donkeys, and they will be, where is it? And they will be April, May, June, July. Can throw food, okay. Right, we've got 3 talking points. Have at least 3 animal talks. Okay, so basically we just need to make that happen in a year. That probably won't occur until next year, just with the way that the year's stretched out, but that should be good. Facilities having a negative effect on guests. Oh. Okay, can we add in some nature? Can we add in some scenery? Okay, that's helped. We've anti-negged it. Reduce down. Look at that negative impact reducing down. Beautiful. Thing of beauty. So that should be all good for them. Yeah. They can't see anything. They're happy. Let's go to animal trading and see what else we can get for the zoo. Oh, we can get an alpaca. Ooh, let's have a look at the Zoopedia. So, what's the interspecies enrichment? So, capybara, great rare, hill radna sheep, and llama. Okay, so they can go in with our hill radna sheets. So I reckon in this enclosure right here. I mean, it's a pretty big enclosure. I feel like they're going to enjoy that. So let's add in our alpaca. Kaboom! There we go, Mr. Alpaca. What do alpacas like? Questions that should be asked. What do alpacas like? I don't know the answer to that. Let's find out. So, we'll add in some lovely food, some lovely water. And I assume there are some animal enclosures in here. Where are the animals? Oh yeah, there's a barn over there, so they're sleeping in there. And enrichment. Absolutely none. Should I get myself some research? I feel like research might be a good idea. So let's get some staff facilities and get a research centre. It's only 1,000. We're still sitting on 18,000, so we're not really getting too impacted at this point with spending a little tiny bit of cash without going overboard. Staff-wise, let's see, vet research. So maybe let's research the alpaca, see what we do. I need a workshop. Yes, I do, but I'm not researching anything at this moment, so I think we're okay. That should actually get us a tick. Yes. Well, almost. So we just need to increase overall welfare to 85%. Research. Yeah. So I feel like the thing that we're going to be missing is enrichment for the happiness of our animals, because look, they're all kind of samey-same, and it's all enrichment. So a little bit of research is going to go a long way here. I might get myself an extra vet just for that reason. I'm trying not to overstaff, but you know how I am. I love to overstaff. So let's get that research on. Oh, we got another tick on something. Oh, have at least 70% guess. No, I thought we already had that. Oh, we got a tick on something. Cleanliness, hire 3 things. Maybe it is that. Animal talks, so increase overall welfare. So we'll get that once we get our research through. Have at least 800 guests in the zoo. So what we might do just to pump that up a little bit is we might go into marketing and let's maybe have a poster campaign. Let's see if that gets our 800 in. Yearly profit. I don't know what we're making so far. 5,000, so we're kind of halfway there. I'm not expecting to get that in the first year. I mean, you know. If I get that in the first year, I'd be highly surprised. Our American Standard Donkey Holly is about to mate. Woo! So, I feel pretty comfortable with what we've got. Like, we've just got to kind of get our research done so we can increase overall welfare. We're going to get more guests in the zoo, hopefully make some more profit, and we'll have our animal talk. So I feel like we're kind of all set up for this. We just need to keep pushing ahead with some of our other goals, and I feel like these are going to kind of all come together. Look, our animals are enjoying swimming in their water, so I'm happy that we kept our water because they are swimming around in it. Like our little piggy over there. Sundance, the Tamworth pig. Aww. Enrichment is definitely the problem. So let's move on to our silver goal. So we've got to have at least 10 different habitat species in the zoo. So we have 7 at the moment, which means we need 3 total. Another 3 total. Have at least 1,200 guests, so working on that. Increase guest average thirst to 60% and education rating to 3.0 stars. So we haven't done any of our education boards. Also, I don't know if we have any vendor stuff. now that I go and think about it. Yes, so we've got a Cosmic Cow milkshake and a Bernie's count. Aha, okay, there we go. So we've got like that and that. Let's hire a spare vendor to get in there. There's a lot of people crowding around the donkeys. Fantastic. I would have laid this out differently so there's like wider paths and stuff around, but it is what it is. I'm thinking if we can squeeze it in, I don't know if we can, but if we can, what if we had like a couple of little facilities in here? I mean, is that bad? Is it good? I don't know. I'm going to try it. Drink stalls. So, gulpy soda. Here we are. Gulpy. And let's do a chief beef. There we go. So people can get some food while they're in the animal enclosure. Fantastic. And they can sit over there in the cool little picnic area. There's also some education boards over there, which is actually really useful. But I think I'm going to put some more conservation boards and stuff around this area here, just so that people can kind of learn as they're coming in the zoo. I found that's quite effective. So let's add those in, and then I'll add in some specific to some animal education boards as well, specific to the enclosure. Okay, that's a whole lot of conservation boards. Alrighty, well that's the last one there. So we've got our education boards kind of set up all around the place. There you go, be educated my friends. There are some people getting stuck over here. No, they're stuck on arrival. What can we do? Alright, education and boards though for each of our habitats. Let's add those in because they're always helpful for our education reading. I think we have enough power around the place, so I'm hoping that we're going to be good with this. So that's going to be our Highland cattle. And then around on the other side, I want to do our donkeys. Oh, vet research is complete. Awesome. Let's see. What will that'll get us? I feel like a lot of this research is going to get us the same sort of stuff across the board for a lot of the animals. So I feel like researching one animal is going to unlock a whole lot of stuff, but maybe I'm wrong on that. So at the moment we are going with alpaca. Yes. All right. So we've got a grazing breedable, and herb set marker. Excellent. Let's see. Oh, I don't remember any of the names of any of the animals. Oh my gosh. So alpine goat, American standard. Okay, alpine goat. It's just because they don't call them sheep. They call them something sheep, you know? I don't remember that. Alpaca. Alpine goat. Okay, so alpine goats want the same things. So this is what I mean. It's just like I feel like there's going to be overlap in terms of enrichment, which is quite handy. And American standard donkey, yes, it's going to want the same as well. I think we're pretty safe just to add those into across the board, the different things. And then what else do we have? Highland cattle, Hill Radnor sheep. Yep, same again. Hill Radnor sheep. Yep, same again. Okay. So we're pretty safe to just assume that all of these animals are kind of going to have the same thing. So if I max out the enrichment in one, it should be across the board with all of them, which makes life a lot easier. And, in theory, look at this. It makes our animals all much happier. So I might, actually talking about that, I'm going to go through and just switch our vet research back to the alpaca and get that up to level 2. Maybe even level 3. We'll see how we go. And see if that helps us with our overall welfare. Because we're almost at 85%. We jumped up to 82. So I feel like maybe just one lot more of enrichment should get us there. Our yearly profit for the first year was 7,985, which is fantastic. Like much better than I thought. We should have 3 animal talks in a year this year, just depending if my lovely educators do what they should be doing. We should have already had a talk over here. So there should have been a talk, audience capacity 50. Did I add them to the work zones, however? No, I did not. Okay, that would help. And then we can add our educators to the everything work zone if we haven't already. Okay, everything. So we've got 2 educators. We should get the 3 talks, but I don't know. I might throw in like a couple of other extra talking points just to make sure we get the 3, because I'm not convinced that they're actually going to do their job right. So, you know, it's what it is. So maybe we can have another talking point over here, and another talking point over here. So that's going to be going into talking about the Highland cattle, and that can be in June, July, August, September, October. And then this one can be maybe about the chickens. December. There we are. No educator assigned. So do you actually need an educator for each? Oh man. How many did I have? 4. 1, 2, 5. So I need 3 more educators. Alright. No educator assigned. Maybe I shouldn't have them assigned to anything? Okay. So don't assign the educators to something, and then they will do it. Right. Lesson learned. Let's see how that goes for the year. Fingers crossed. Fingies crossed. So we need that research, we just need a bit more profit, and we need some more guests in the zoo. Let's have a look. I might amp up our marketing a little bit and just see if we can add to that. What about we go viral videos? Everybody sees the viral videos, don't they? So we still do need to add some more offspring animals to our zoo. What other animals have we got? Let's have a wee look. So we've got, oh, have we got a female alpaca? Yes, we do. Mated pair. Thank you very much. Add them in. We've got the American standard donkey. We've got them sorted. Highland cattle. Oh, actually, you know what I didn't even look at? I didn't look at breeding pairs. So alpaca, yes. Alpine goat, yes. Donkeys, yes. Redness sheep, yes. Chickens, yes. Pigs, yes. Okay, so they're all good. We've got our little breeders going on there. So we can add some tortoises in. We've got some Indian peafowl. We've got pronghorns, red deer, lemurs, springboks, Tamworth pigs, timber wolves. I feel like adding wolves to the zoo would just be asking for trouble. You add a predator to the zoo that is filled with gentle herbivores. And it's just like, yeah, you want to kill them? Jeez Louise. I don't think so. Oh, can I delete this? Oh, I can. Money. Thank you very much. I'm thinking I might add in our lovely peafowl into here. Peafowls are always handy dandy to go in different areas, so, and they don't need too much space. Also, vet research is complete. I am thinking the potential of a walkthrough kind of area as well. Although we've only got a couple of those, so I don't feel like we need those at this point with the peafowl. I think that's okay. We'll just have the peafowl as they are. Okay, well, we've got a lovely big thing, barrier, so that's great. We've got it all sorted out, so let's go and add in our glass. There we go. Add in some glass. Brilliant. Donation boxes. We always need donation boxes. And maybe an ATM in here. Handy dandy. So let's go and add this to our work zone. So it's going to be peafowl. Work zones. Everything in the work zone. I thought I added these to the work zone. Did I not add them properly? Did I dingleberry it out? By dingleberry I mean stuff it up. Obviously I did. I probably did that right. Okay, it looks right now. And then we're going to add this to left animals. There we go. And let's just throw in some lovely little peafowl. They're cheap. They kind of take care of themselves. They're not too bad to take care of. And then we can have a look at if we get any new things. Enrichment items, that would be great. Well, let's get our little Indian peafowls sorted out first. Okay, we'll throw in some lovely food, some water. There hasn't been any snow or anything yet, so I think we'll be okay on that front. A little shelter for them. And enrichment items. There we go. So that should be our peafowl sorted. Research is complete. So, what have you got for us, Mr. Alpaca Research? Let's see. Ooh, we've got some veggie jelly cake. Nice. I love the noise that comes with that veggie. Very, very veggie and wobbly. So that's our new animals in the zoo. I just want to check the terrain for them, make sure that they're happy with the terrain, and they are not. More soil, more rock, and a bit more short grass. That's a noise. Here we go. Some happy peafowl. I hope they're happy. Let's have a look. There's the donkeys. Making such a little noise. Peafowl seem pretty happy. Need a bit more enrichment. I'm thinking maybe we do some research with the Indian peafowl. How close are we? When we get to level 3, I'll switch over and do some Indian peafowl research. That actually... Oh, you know what? I haven't checked. The Sussex chicken. Because the Sussex chicken, I feel like, will be different out of all of these compared to, you know, the hooved animals. I feel like the chicken would be slightly different in their needs. It might be quite similar to the peafowl. Yeah. So, yeah, they're a little bit different. So I feel like I actually, you know what, we should research the chickens, and then that should take care of our peafowl as well, I think. Okay, we've got our tick. So we've got our tick for at least 7 habitat species in the zoo, and we've made them happy. Vet research is complete. There's everything going on at once. Okay, so we're going to switch that now over to the chicken, see if we can get some more stuff there. And we've got to have at least 800 guests in the zoo, almost there. Earn a yearly profit 10,000. We'll see. And have at least 3 animal talks in a year. We'll see on that. We should have more animal talks. Oh, well, we've got the tick there. It just came up right there. I have at least 800 guests in the zoo, so that's good. I'm just hoping the animal talks are happening. Otherwise, we'll have to wait another year for that. I don't know. I mean, I've got a ridiculous amount of educators, so in theory I should have enough people. I mean, I should have them happening, but whether or not they are. I mean, it's in a work zone, timetable. Alright, yeah, look, here you go. So Animal Talk 1 had 103 guests, Animal Talk 2 had 52, Animal Talk 3 had 24, and then we've got 2 more to come. So hopefully that should be good. And yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with the profit. Actually, let's have a wee look. Finances, so profit's not so good. Profit ain't so good, but we have been doing a lot of advertising, so that's probably why on that one. So we have got some new items, some new enrichment items there. Make our little animals happy. Fantastic. So we'll add that to our 3 enclosures that we've got so far. I'm just going to hang on until we get to the end of the year, because I want to see whether or not we get the animal talking points thing. I do not think we're going to get our is that part of the work zone? Our financial goal. So we'll try and get that next time around. Good. But I think we've done really well. I mean, we've got a good setup for the rest of our tasks as well. We do need to add some more habitat species into the zoo. Currently we're sitting on 8, so we've got 2 more that we need to add at this point. I don't know who we're going to get, but we'll add them in. And then we've got another 5 beyond that. So really we need to add in 7 more animals into the zoo, which should be interesting. And now let's go and see whether or not we get any more items for our chickens and peafowl. Yay! We've got the slow feeder. Excellent. That should be good. Alright, we should have some pretty happy animals around the place. I'm thinking I might at this point just stop the marketing campaigns, because there's no point paying any more money. We've already met that goal. At this point, we'll do another marketing campaign when we get to the silver goals, because we need to get 1,200 guests in, and then same again when we do the goal, because we need to get 1,700 guests in. So we'll do that there. I really don't think at this stage that we're going to make any sort of money. We've made 1,000 so far for this year, and we've got 2 months or 3 months left to go. So I don't feel like that's going to be particularly profitable, but I am hoping... Oh, low welfare. Nutrition. Hungry. Okay. What if we call Keeper? Get in there, Keeper. Quick. Feed my lovely chickens. We do not want any protesters, that's for sure. Feed my chickos. Is that a... Oh my god, it's little babies! It's the little baby chicks! Oh, how cute! Habitat cleanliness. Oh no. Oh yeah. That noise is... Oi, I think I need to hire a couple of extra keepers. Just to take care of things. We've got a lot going on. There we go. Get in there, do your thing. I think I'm probably going to need to add like some keeper huts and stuff. I just feel a little bit paranoid that we don't have enough space at the moment for those, so I think I'm going to add those in at this point, which is right now. Also, I'm contemplating adding in some more food stalls and stuff. Keeper hut. And a staff room over here as well. Okay, let's add them to our work zones and we should be good. Well, there appears to be a lot of poop everywhere. So that's great. It's not ideal at all, but I've just added in another keeper hut. Hopefully that speeds up the whole process. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm also going to train up my staff. There we go. We'll do a little bit of training as well. That should all help. I can hear a talk happening. It is December. In theory, that should be right here, actually. Now that I think about it. Oh, we don't have any rubbish bins in here. Oh, we've got some, but not enough. Okay. Yes, think tickets are underpriced. Let's change that then. 15 and 10. So I feel like hopefully we've done the talks. Let's see when the year ticks over. Yes. Right, we got the talks. We definitely didn't make the money. I expected that. But we've done the talks, so I feel like next time around we're going to try and get that yearly profit up, and we're going to work on adding some more species to our zoo, as well as some more shops. So it should be fun. Thank you so much for joining me today for the Barnyard expansion or DLC. Expansion, DLC. And yeah, I hope you join me next time for what should be some more Barnyard fun. Meh. Thanks for watching. Remember to hit subscribe if you haven't already, and leave me a comment or a like. Much appreciated. Thanks for watching. Bye.